Hello everyone, I am Anand. Welcome to NextGen AppTech. Today we will be going through the topic of if and switch case statements. These statements are known as conditional statements. Why these are known as conditional statements? Because it checks a specific condition. If that condition is met, then it runs a particular set of statements. Otherwise, it runs another statement or it doesn't run at all. So we'll be looking first into the if statement. If statement, it tests whether a specific condition is met or not. So we'll be directly jumping into the demo, and the expression inside the if block must evaluate to a boolean type. We'll check just now here. So all of us already know, I'm expecting my viewer that they know at least high level programming, C and C++, and we know that in C and C++ we have already gone through if statements, switch case statements. But again, I will be demonstrating through a question. So this was a question asked in one of the interviews. So it says that write a program which takes a number from the user and checks if the number is divisible by 3 or 5 and prints message accordingly, and if it is divisible by both, that is 3 and 5, then it prints a bang message. You can say a bang. Otherwise it says that okay, you have entered other number. So what strategy we will apply in solving this problem? So we can say that okay, if the number is divisible by 3, so we'll check if this number is divisible by 3, then we'll write a particular statement. Else if number is divisible by 5, then we'll write another statement. And else if number is divisible by 3 and 5, then we'll write another statement. And in the else condition, apart from 3 or 5, if user enters some other number, apart from a number which is not divisible by either 3 or 5 or both, then that number will display a message that okay, it is not divisible, you have entered another number. So I have code already written for this, so we'll be quickly jumping on that. So I'm copying and pasting this, and we'll see if our strategy is correct or not. So with the first statement, I am saying the user to enter a number, and in the second statement I am taking that number. With the help of console.readline, it returns a string type. As you can see the IntelliSense, the return type is string, so we have to convert it into integer type. So I'm using convert class, which convert.toInt32. It will convert into the integer. We can also use int.parse. Now I'm writing the first if statement. Now inside this block, inside the if block or else if block, every expression should evaluate to a boolean expression, so that the expression itself returns either true or false. So this input number, I'm taking input number %3. It takes the modulation of 3, that if it is divisible by accurately divisible by 3, then it will return a 0, otherwise it will return some other number. So this number is divisible by 3, then we are writing console.writeline, okay, this number is divisible by 3. Else if in another condition we are writing okay, if input number is divisible by 5, then I'm writing divisible by 5. In the third, if number is divisible by 3 and 5 both, then I'm writing bang. And in the else condition, not divisible by 3 or 5 or both. So if when the control comes here, so if either of the, it will check first this condition is met or not, and if this condition is met, then it will automatically come out of all the condition, that is it will not check all other condition. So if any of the condition is met sequentially starting from here, so after that no any condition is checked. Now if we'll run this program, and we'll see what output it is coming. So it will ask me please enter a number, so I'm suppose entering a 9, so it should display that this number is divisible by 3. Correct, it is working fine. Now if I will enter some another number which is divisible by 5, suppose, so I pressed enter 10, so it is number is divisible by 5, that is also correct. Now I am entering some other number which is divisible by both, suppose 15. So 15 is divisible by 3 and by 5 as well, and we'll expect that it should return a console.writeLine that the message should be as that this number is divisible by 3 and 5. So we'll see what this result is going to give us. So this result is giving us the number is divisible by 3. It is not giving as we were expecting, that it should give us a message that this number is divisible by both 3 and 5. So why this is happening? We should retrospect this. So what we are doing this condition. So like if I am entering 15, so the statement is coming here, and in the first statement it is checking if this number is divisible by 3 or not. Yes, this is divisible by 3. 15 is divisible by 3. So the statement will come inside and it will print directly number divisible by 3, and it will skip all the conditions and it will come at the end of this program. So our expectation is not met. It is partially met. If it is divisible by 3, it is returning correct, and 5 it is returning correct. But for 15 it is not returning. So what we are missing? So instead of checking at the here that if a number is divisible by 3 and if number is divisible by 5, we should check the specifications, in fact, at the first place, so that if the number is divisible by both, then it should return 3 and 5, otherwise it should return as expected. Okay, now with this condition, if we enter a number 3, suppose if I am entering a number 9, so this condition is first met. Okay, this condition is true. So this is the logical AND operator. With this logical AND operator, what it does, it will evaluate to true if this condition and this condition are met. So this condition is met when we press 9, but this condition is not met when we press 9, because number is not exactly divisible by 5. 9 is not divisible by 5. So it will not enter into this condition. It will go else if, and then it will check again if this is divisible by 3. 9, yes, then it will print 3. Now if I enter 10, so this condition is not met. So itself, that as it is a logical AND operator, so the control will come out of the loop, because one of the operand, the first operand itself, is false. It is evaluating as false, so it will come out of the loop, and it will skip this condition, and it will check this condition, and it is also false, then it will check this condition for 10, it is true, and it will print as the 5. So if we'll go ahead and run this program, and now if we'll go ahead and see, if we'll try to enter 15, so it is returning us the bang, yes, the number is divisible by 3 and 5 both. So whenever we are using if statement, we should be very much careful about what all the conditions our problem is asking. And apart from that, like we used if number is divisible by 3 and by 5, then we use the logical AND operator. So if the question will ask if number is divisible by 3, either 3 or 5, so we can use, instead of double ampersand, we can use double pipe symbol that denotes OR condition. And apart from that, using this thing, we can achieve, instead of writing ampersand, we can nest another if, which will say that okay, input number is divisible by 5 or not. So we can write, sorry, so instead of writing here, we can check like this also, but this is not good. Like we can achieve with the ampersand condition, so it's both is same. Okay, now the if condition is now the if topic is okay. Now we'll see one more statement here, that there is no limit to the number of else if conditions we can check. So we can put unlimited number of if else if conditions, and it says that no need of braces if only one single statement is in the conditional branch. So instead of writing, suppose I am writing like this, if I am writing if input number equals to 5. Suppose I'm directly checking it, so I have to just print a single statement, right? So instead of putting braces, if I need only single statement within this if body, then we don't have to write this braces. We can avoid this, but it doesn't look good in viewing the code. If we'll put braces, then it looks more clearer for another reader or another developer. So if you write like this, so with the if condition, only this statement will be evaluated. If I write another statement, so this statement will always be run, because it will not come under this if body. Because if we are not giving any braces, then only one statement will be executed, and the loop will and the control will be out of this if statement, and this statement will be executed even if this statement gets false, or this expression evaluates to false. Then this statement will not executed, but this statement will always be executed. So we should be very careful if we are not putting braces. Now we will come to switch case statement. Switch case statement is something like if we have multiple options, out of that if we want a particular option, so we can directly jump onto that particular option. So I will demonstrate you through an example. It will be more clear for you. So I have code written already. I just copy and paste it. So what this code is doing, this code is taking the name of the player, and it will print out which country that player belongs. So we are taking the name in a string called player name variable, and we are converting this variable into two lower, so that even if someone writes uh, uppercase letter, so it will evaluate, because user can write upper or lowercase, so it doesn't matter whether they are writing such in capital S or small s or everything in capital. It should work like that. Okay, now this statement, it is taking the player name, and now here I am writing switch variable name player name. So it will take the string type. This variable will contain the string type. So with the case, if user is entering Sachin, so the control will jump directly here. If the user is entering suppose Messi, so the control will directly jump over here. So we should be careful that if we are taking as in the switch block, if you are taking a variable of some data type, suppose a string, then all the cases should be of string value, and all the cases, the value in which we are writing after the case should be constant value. Constant value means it should be hard coded, or it should be a constant variable, because this value should be known at compile time. That is very must. If we'll give another something other, let's suppose if I am having a string name equals to, suppose I'm giving Anand, and instead of Sachin, this is Anand. Name is also of string type, but if I write like this name, so this will throw me a compile time error that constant value is expected, so we cannot give a variable. Yeah, if this is a constant value, if we'll declare it as a constant, then it will build successfully, because it is expecting constant value, either a constant variable or simply a hard-coded value. Okay, so I will simply put it Sachin again back. Now we'll see that after the case we are putting statement. We can have a single statement or multiple statement, and after that if we are putting statement either single or more than one statements, then we have to put break. So what does this break statement does? It breaks out of this loop, and the control directly comes over here out after the closing braces of this switch loop. So if we don't put the break statement, then the compiler is going to throw us an error. Okay, so we have to put the break statement. Now it will and there is another case as default. Suppose if the user doesn't enter any of the value mentioned here, and if user enters some other value, so the control will come directly over here and it will run the default statement and it will break out of the loop. So this default statement can be put anywhere in the C#. It's not necessary that we have to put in the end. We can put at the start as well. So it will behave as expected. So if I go ahead and run the application, and suppose I'm putting Messi, so it should throw me football. Yes, it is working as expected. And if we'll go ahead and click again, and we'll put another some other player which is not mentioned inside that, suppose XYZ I'm entering, so it will say that okay, enter the correct player. So it is going to the default statement. So the switch and case works like that, and in the case it should always be a constant value or a constant variable we can give, and if we are putting a statement after the case, then we have to give the break statement. That is compulsory. So if we are not putting a statement, suppose if I am removing this statement, so we don't have, and I'm not putting the break statement, so it will flow. The control will flow if if user enters Sachin, so the control will come here and it will see there is no statement. Okay, then the control will come here and the control is going to print out this statement. So it will not come directly at this case Federer. It will not check if it is Federer or not. It will directly execute this statement. So if you are not putting a statement and if you are not putting break, then we are saying that okay, one or more condition we are evaluating into a single condition. So if user enters Sachin or Federer, it is going to always print tennis. So we can see that I have just removed that statement after Sachin, and I have also removed the break statement, and if I am entering Sachin, so it's going to give me tennis because it is evaluating Sachin as this case statement as well. So we'll see case values must be a constant. Variable is not allowed, as just we saw. If we put variable, it will throw us a compile time error which will say that constant is required. However, we can use a constant variable. No fall through conditions allowed, which means if a case is met, then we cannot move to another case statement. If a case is met and we have written a statement for that, then we have to put the break statement and the control has to come out of the loop. However, we can achieve fall through using goto statement, or if we don't provide any statement after case. We just saw this condition that if we don't provide any statement after the case, so it will achieve a fall through, that the one or more than one cases can be evaluated as a single case and the statement will be printed of that particular case. Like suppose if in the example, if we even if we are entering Sachin, it is evaluating as a Federer and it is printing as tennis. Now we'll see how to achieve a fall through statement using goto. So we'll put back, okay, we'll write like this, sorry, we'll just write cricket, okay, and we'll have to write the break statement, that is compulsory. Now we can use the goto statement to move from one place to another. For example, we'll look the goto statement in my next video session in a more detail, but for this now I'm just going to explain you how we use goto statement in the switch case condition. So okay, we can see that Messi is also returning a football and Ronaldo is also returning a football. So instead of writing two times this statement console.writeLine football, what we can do, we can simply use goto statement here, go to case, and we write the case name. What is the case name? Messi. So we will write in double quotes, we'll hard code the value, we'll write Messi and we'll put the single semicolon. So now I will hover over the mouse here on the break statement. It is showing a warning, a green line. So this is saying that unreachable code detected. Why this code, why the control will not come at this particular line? Because with this go to statement I am moving again back to this statement, so control will never come here, it will never reach here. So this is unreachable code. So we should be like, we can run this program but it will run with the warning. So there is no need to give break statement here, we can run without even giving the break statement. So whenever we are using a goto inside a switch case statement, then no need to give break after the goto. So now this is achieving a fall through, and and you can see that for the case of Ronaldo I'm not printing football, but if I enter Ronaldo, so the control will go to the Messi and it will print whatever the statement it was. So if you see, if you put a breakpoint here in the case of Ronaldo, now I will go ahead and enter Ronaldo. So the control is coming here, and if I press F10, so you can see that control is coming for the case of Messi, and it is running that statement football. And if we press F5, then it is going to print me football. Okay. If we give one or more statement after case, then we have to give break statement, otherwise compiler will flag an error. Order of the cases does not matter, so it's not like we have to give the cases in a particular order. We can give in any order, because only at a time only one of the cases is going to be hit if we are putting the statement, if we are not achieving a fall through. And also we can even put default statement in the start, that's just that we saw. And but not any two case constant value can be same, otherwise compiler will throw an error. We'll check this. Suppose in here I'll break this first program, and we have Messi and Ronaldo, suppose. So instead of Messi I'm giving Ronaldo, so we are giving two case value as same, so it is going to throw me an error. So what error is coming? It is coming that the label case Ronaldo already occurs in this switch statement, so we cannot give the same again. It will throw us a compile time error. Even if we try to give a constant variable, so it will again throw me an error. So suppose I am giving constant string name Anand, so if here instead of Sachin I am writing name as variable, and in here instead of Ronaldo I'm hard coding the value with Anand, so this is containing the same value as this, so it will again throw me the same error that this case Anand already occurs in this switch statement. So no two any case constant value can be same, otherwise compiler will throw an error. Thanks for watching this video. If you find any error in this video session, or if you have any questions or suggestions to improve related to it, please feel free to write in the comment section below. Your suggestions are always welcome. You can also download this PPT or presentation by clicking on the link given in the description below the video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.